Tottenham have won a game, Flex.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I can't believe it.
So
Jed
good.
Spence is posting penitentiary pictures once
Mario
again.
clean sheet as well.
Solanke with a hat trick.
What a day. Join Rocket Mobile and get exclusive access to monthly Q&As and reward drops straight from the DR Sports crew. This one is for the real fans.
Hello, guys, and welcome to the daily World Cup roundup here on DR Sports. My name's Nicky Hawkins. I ain't been in for a while. But yeah, I'm here today. So you'll be listening to my tones today. I've got Liv with me.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
You good? Enjoying the World Cup?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I've not been into it as much as previous ones. I think I've got a bit of an Arsenal hangover, if you know what I mean. We've been through it. I've used all my energy, but I'm
Surrounded by Arsenal fans. Surrounded by them. And we've got SB in the house. We have got someone else coming in, but he ain't here yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. But let's go through we've got a few things to talk about. Obviously, England are playing tonight. Brazil are playing today. France played last night. One of the hosts are already out. The first hosts have dropped out of the World Cup. But let's start. Where should we start? Should we start with Canada?
Can start with
Canada or France? What do you want to start with?
I think we can start with Canada. Get that.
Yeah,
because there weren't really too much going on in that game.
No, it was quite an easy win in the end for Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco didn't really look like, considering the ranking that they are in FIFA rankings. I think they're 6th or something.
They're very high.
Yeah, quite high.
the goals were good though.
Yeah, great goals in the second half. Some good goals, but they struggled, man. If Canada had a little bit of quality, first half they could have been in some serious trouble, man. They didn't really impress me too much. I kind of thought Morocco, not dark horses, but a dark horses to go quite far in the competition. But seeing them how they played against Canada, I'm not too sure anymore.
Well, I did pick them as a dark horse, but I'm maybe a bit naively because they went to the semi-final last year. But I was thinking maybe that was a one-off, you know, and they ain't as good. They actually look good. I know that they struggled a little bit last night, but in terms of getting the job done, Morocco are no mugs, mate.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I'm half Nigerian. I watch AFCON and whatnot. I mean, they didn't win AFCON, but that's up for
Well, they did. They did technically.
Well, they
Technically
did.
did.
But
Yeah,
but I've had people saying they can go all the way in this competition, which would be crazy. They do look good, but I do agree with you. I think if Canada just had a little bit more quality in the final third, they could have hurt them, but that's not how it went.
Well, yeah, Canada drop out. Obviously, they're the first hosts to do so. Was you really impressed by Canada this World Cup? There was ups and downs, wasn't there?
I thought they were all right. They surprised me at some stages with some of their results, but I didn't really have no expectation of Canada. So I think anything that they did in a positive way would have surprised anyone. To be fair, because no one really. I don't think anyone would have had them to even get to this far in the competition. So big them up, man. They've done well to get this far. So yeah.
Impressed by Canada, Liv?
Yeah, so I haven't really watched them till now, so I wasn't.
Is it
better than I expected?
Is there too many teams in this World
Yes.
Cup? Because there are games
like-
playing, and I don't even know they're playing.
I don't
Of
like
course.
this. Well, how many teams was it? 48.
It's lots.
It was
No, it's more than that.
50 something, no? 56?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, however many teams, I prefer the old format, man. I think this. Yeah, there's too many teams, too many needless games.
But you say that, it gives like
Smaller nations
teams
a
like,
chance.
you know, Cape Verde and things like that have just been
Listen,
absolutely phenomenal.
I'm sure that they have been covered in yesterday's show, but what a performance from them. I mean, not just to push the world champions that far, but the quality of their play at times, you know what I mean? Like there's times when I'm looking at teams and I'm thinking, they're all right. They've got like Sunday League level players.
Yeah.
These were quality for the smallest nation like that. And maybe this is giving the opportunity to them nations to have them moments.
That's
you know?
what I mean, exactly. I think it's, there's positives and negatives,
Yeah,
honestly.
I agree with that.
And then you've got the times of the matches. Look, I don't think everybody's watching every match like maybe we usually would, but I think moments like that, you've got to say it's kind of worth it.
No, facts.
Yeah, somebody said you were crazy. This was the best World Cup. I'm assuming you're American by saying
I don't like
yo.
the best World Cup,
but
but yeah, there's been some good moments, man. That
There's
Cape
good
Verde-
moments,
that
but
Cape Verde game
it's
was-
far from the best World Cup, to be quite honest with you. But keep bringing your super chats in. Let's go into France then. France played last night. Feisty game, really feisty game. I was looking at that. Referee, I don't know what he was playing at, to be honest with you. I think that he used to go, maybe get a French wife or something that hurt him, because I don't know what was going on. I mean, just got through. What did you think of their performance?
I think France they got quality in it. They got a lot of quality. What's happening?
Straight from football, man. Big up. We say
You good? Come on.
Live. Nice to see you.
Nick. No, sir.
Yeah, I think France obviously undoubtedly they got a lot of quality, but the thing about them, they don't really have to play well for 90 minutes because they got so much quality in it. And like Paraguay, I think they set the blueprint for everybody else to see, like, all right, cool. If you're gonna beat them, you're not gonna have as much quality as them, but you're gonna have to find a different way. A little bit more scumbaggery, a little bit more dark arts.
This is the thing.
And I think they're coming in for a lot of criticism with that. But for me, it's like, how do you expect them to
compete?
Like,
Yeah.
Paraguay.
Quality.
Come on, man. They cheated. That was literally UFC. That one football.
I'm saying quality-wise,
bookings, we wouldn't be saying that.
Yeah, but
we'd be going,
you're not gonna be able to beat. Like, you can't go toe-to-toe with France.
Yeah,
You're gonna
but
have to find a different way.
But look at Ghana though. Ghana didn't go toe-to-toe with England, but they weren't trying to kill us. You know what I mean? Like, that was literally them just trying to foul people, trying to hurt people.
But this is what happens in these, especially you've seen it years after year with South American teams, right? They have to find a way. They have to find a way to try and beat you. It's a one-off game. Yeah, you can do it in the group stage. You might get away with it in the group stage, right? But when you come up against a France or an Argentina, you've got to use your weight. I know a lot of people will say it's cheating, but you've got to compensate for the quality.
Yeah. I mean, the ref was bad though. Let's be real. The ref was ridiculous.
I mean, do you know what is amusing me in these situations is the announcements that they make. It's like they're doing like some sort of WWE announcement, isn't it? When he went over to look at the penalty. I mean, how he's missed that in the first place. How did he miss that, Liv?
I don't know. I don't know. Somebody anything can happen. I think at the end of the day, a lot of these refs I'd still say they're better than the PGMOL, but there's been a lot of mistakes this tournament thus far. I think there was mistakes against England as well. I think there's been a lack of. They're not wanting to go to the screen. They're not wanting to, or the VAR checks are getting done so quickly. I'm like, how did you even really look?
Yeah.
Surely not. Or they won't have a look at all. And you're thinking, are we going to look? So, yeah.
I mean, I'm a bit confused about the way VAR is being used, because we come into the tournament, right? And they were saying that VAR will be used sparingly and it will be done quickly. And up to now it has, right? I mean, he's gone over to the screen yesterday. He's announced that penalty, which is fair enough. It was a penalty and VAR. We've got to go back, right? And I want all your opinions on VAR in this tournament, because I've been quite impressed with it. And I'm not a VAR advocate. I hate VAR. I can't stand it, right? Up until the Croatia game. Same. What precedent are we setting there? Because they are using what they call the snicket method, is it? To
sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah. So are we going too far with it now? Let's have an in-depth discussion about this VAR, because VAR... Last night, it was right. But when you look at the Croatia game, when they're listening to sound waves to decipher whether someone got a touch on it, if you can't see it, how is any human being going to see it?
What, as in the ball, when the ball touched?
And they used
Portugal
sound waves.
Okay, yeah.
To decipher whether he got... So like in cricket, you know, when you get the cricket, they use the sound waves, like the change in the sound, to decipher whether or not the ball contacted the bat.
Yeah.
Because they can't see. It's physically... impossible, right?
Yeah.
They used that method in the Croatia game in the 102nd minute, wasn't it? For an equaliser. Well, Croatia now out. I've never seen that used before.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Isn't that the technology in the ball though, not VAR? Because it's
VAR.
There's a chip.
There's a chip in the ball, isn't it?
Is it that You're saying sound, but I thought it monitored movement or impact on the ball.
Sound.
Any contact.
Sound. Yeah, sound. They use sound. They use what they call the snicket method.
I mean, apart from that one, I haven't really had a problem with VAR this tournament. I think there was one decision, where he was looking at it for ages, and I'm like, yo, why are you not why are you not calling the penalty there? Can't remember what game it was. You guys probably remember when the ref was looking for like 4 minutes. But the Kane one didn't go to VAR. I think that was the right decision for the penalty because that wasn't clear and obvious. And it was, for me, that wasn't a penalty. Like Kane dived before he got touched.
He leaned into his legs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
he left his legs behind.
yeah, so they didn't actually go to VAR for that one.
Kid
It wasn't clear
Kendall
and
said
obvious.
Senegal was robbed, so maybe he talked about Senegal.
I think it was I can't remember
What?
which one it was. I've watched so many games.
Something definitely happened in that game.
Yeah, they're looking at it for like 4 minutes for ages, you know. But you are gonna get you're gonna get situations like that though, innit? Where it's like the ref's taking a little bit longer to look at it and whatnot, and you're at home thinking, yo, why have you not made that decision?
So do you think?
You know?
So do you think? Somebody said here, it's not the sound, it's the chip. But what is the chip detecting?
So it's basically the chip in the ball is to detect any touches.
Impact.
So if anyone touches the ball, it kind of raises the level on the graph. So
So
basically,
it's a sound. It's a sound. It's,
it's
sound
a
wave.
contact. It's a movement. It's to do with contact.
Right.
So the ball basically, what that showed is that the ball touched someone before it went in.
How do we decipher? Because this is what football is. This is, for me, this is what football should be, right? Football should be the same.
It's science now.
Everywhere.
Football science now. Yeah.
Like this at all. I just
Chips
think,
and balls and that.
Yeah, I just think like we're trying to make a game that's not supposed to be perfect. I think it creates talking points. Like it creates, like obviously I understand there's a lot of money on the line, which is obviously why they're trying to make the decisions perfect, and I get it.
Yeah, but where do you
draw the line?
Where do you
It's
draw the
like,
line? That's
how
it.
far are you gonna go with technology to try and get this game perfect? It's gonna be things gonna keep being implemented over and over again. We got to do this new technology and that new technology, and it's like, where does it stop? Because like I said, like for me, I don't feel like football should be a perfect game. Yes, like if you're gonna do things to speed up the flow of the game, or there is things that you can do with VAR, even though I don't like it, that it has been good in some aspects. But
The thing is,
I agree with you, Nick. Where do they draw the line, man?
I hear it.
for me.
I do hear it, but for me, I feel like technology's definitely helped, man. Because like you look at England, for example,
where do you-
in 2010, yeah.
If I'm
Frank
going
Lampard,
to the park,
yeah.
with my son,
It's not consistent.
you can't put chips in
Non-league
balls.
level.
And the chip symbol's a bit mad. The chip symbol's a bit mad.
You can't do that across football. Like,
Yeah.
football should be football.
No, but the thing is though, remember like we used to, before goal line technology became a thing, yeah, we used to moan like, oh my God, like that's a goal, like that should have been a goal. And when they introduced it, no one ever has problems with goal line technology because it's not subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a goal or it's not a goal, right? And then you look at the watch, straight away, goal. If we had it when Lampard scored that goal against Germany, bro, we don't know where we would have ended up in that World Cup. So for things like this, I don't mind it, innit?
But then VAR is subjective though.
No, but VAR is different though because I don't blame the technology. I blame the people behind it because they're the ones that are invalids, right?
Having the same people, the same governing body in the VAR room and the same on the pitch. It shouldn't be like
Nah.
that. They need to be separate because the guy on the pitch needs to be happy and comfortable or the VAR room needs to be happy and comfortable to say, can you have a look at that?
Yeah.
Without going, you've made a mistake. They're doing buddy-buddy. We've seen it in the PGMOL so many times. They need to be separated.
Yeah, 100%. They need like an external body in it
Yeah,
upstairs.
exactly.
Yeah. You're right.
Somebody said just now, which I definitely have covered this. Let's carry around with VAR. So let's go back to VAR. Right. So you're telling me I've seen referees take 4 minutes, 5 minutes to watch. Is the sound thing? Could they use that instead of that? You know what I mean? The vibrations thing or whatever it was. Because that I mean, I've never seen it used before, right? But it was a quick decision.
Same.
Yeah, it was a quick decision. Listen, Croatia are the first to have it implemented on them, right? But would that be a better use of the technology if we're going to use technology? I don't think technology should be used at all. That's my.
I can tell you're old school, Nicky. I can
Yeah,
tell.
well, I am. Yeah, but you know, I don't think it should be used at all because you can't use it across the. But if we are going to use it. Do we have to sort of decipher now how we use it and what we use it for? Because what's the point in having someone look at it for 12 minutes, but in the next game you can now use the technology that's vibrating the ball to do it in a minute? Like, what's the point in using both?
Are they not using it across the tournament? The technology.
I think they are. They just haven't needed to.
Haven't needed to use it. Yeah. I think them situations are going to be really rare, innit? Because I've never seen that technology ever used. You know what I mean? I never know they had it. Right? Chips and balls. I didn't know about that. So yeah.
I mean, I didn't know they had it. But so where do we start? Is it going too far?
I think
it probably is. But then again, you know, if you're the team that benefits from that, you're not going to complain. Because if you walk away from the game and you lose and you look at that decision, you're like, yo, that didn't go in our favor. If there was a technology there, that would have helped us. You know what I mean? So it's a catch-22, isn't it? If you're the team that benefits from it, you ain't gonna complain. If you don't benefit from it, you're gonna complain that it's doing too much.
I think he's sucking the life out of the game, if I'm honest.
I do know what you mean, but then we shouldn't have any VAR or anything. It's like one of those things where if we're going to have it, it needs to be done to like the highest extent. We can't half have the technology, half human error. If we're going to have it, it needs to be improved to its best ability. And things like that, you'd have to say it's an improvement in that sense. That's nothing to do with human error if you're looking at movement of the ball.
Yeah.
I just think, I don't know, man. VAR, I don't like VAR. I think the only technology I think we should be using is maybe the offside one. I think that's
Goal line.
Goal
yeah.
line technology. Apart from that, man, just let the referee.
I think if something interrupts the flow of the game, it can't be good for the game. That's my opinion. Someone said, what about covering the mouth red card?
I agree with that.
I said it at the time. We spoke about this.
Yeah,
we spoke about this.
You lot don't agree with it?
Do you not agree with it?
No, do you know what it is? Obviously, we know why it's there. And this whole Prestiani thing, I genuinely believe that he said something mad. But a straight red card, I don't know. Half of me goes a yellow, if maybe. I mean, and also I don't think they're used to it. I genuinely think, because you know, footballers don't always just cover their mouth because they're saying something mad. They cover their mouth because they don't want the cameras to pick up
what they're saying.
When you talk to your manager, they cover their mouths.
But this is talking to the opponent.
But another player,
Yeah,
true.
true.
I think that's a bit mad. You got no reason to be covering
Yeah.
your mouth to the opposition.
Yeah, I hear it.
Unless it's like after the game and it's like one of your teammates from your club or something, and then you don't want the cameras to pick up what you're saying, that's different. But
Yeah.
if I'm playing against whoever, I don't have any reason to be covering my mouth when I'm saying anything to them.
No, facts. And even now with more countries in there as well, there's going to be certain man, that don't even play football full time. They'll call you whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely.
They'll call
be
you
talking
words you
like
never heard of.
Sunday league.
Yeah.
Find a way to rap.
Madness
But
is
you know
coming
what?
out their mouth.
That's what I'm
It's not,
saying.
it's not just rattling. Like, and I know this sounds, but some people who don't do it full time, who want to get their name elevated, no press is bad press, as they say.
Yeah. So
You know what I mean?
true.
So I fully agree with that. You know what I mean? Like I said before, it's the rules brought in. It stops any doubt. 100%. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's no 50-50. Did he say this? Did he say that? You know what he says, or you don't know what he says.
Yeah.
If you don't know what he says, get off the pitch. You've got no place in
Exactly.
it. Going back to the Paraguay-France game, obviously France beat Paraguay 1-0. Somebody's made a good point here. You see that at the point where Mbappé got the penalty.
Yeah.
And he's trying to destroy the penalty spot, right? Somebody said they also need to introduce a ban for trying to destroy the penalty spot. Do you agree with that?
A ban.
A ban, yeah.
A ban.
That's what someone said.
As if we're destroying the penalty spot.
I think housery in football, man. I think it needs to stay in there. man.
Undestroy it.
I agree.
Like-
Bit of grass.
Undestroy it.
I just like housery in football. I think that there's a place for it for me, man.
I
Bring a little
completely
shovel in
agree.
my sock
I
over
love
there.
it. I love
everywhere.
it. It's got to be. Once that's gone,
Yeah,
I'm
like
sorry.
the game's gone. Like I think the game's already almost like a non-contact sport
Yeah.
as it is. Like,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna take housery out of the game. I just think it's.
But where
like,
do you sit on sort of like the art of the game? What is the art of the game for you? Because the art of the game for me is everything, right? It's seeing beautiful goals, but it's also seeing crunching tackles.
100%.
It's also seeing them scraps in the middle of the
Yeah.
pitch. But some people
Love it.
just want pure football. You know what I mean? We've had this Neymar discussion over and over again in this World Cup. You know what I mean? Is he one of the best? I don't think he is.
Hey?
No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
Why?
What do you mean? Wait, what? All time?
Best of what? Though? Best of what?
Brazilian. Top 10
Ever?
Brazilian.
Ever?
Where would you rank him then? Like into Brazilians?
11th, 12th.
11th.
Wow.
what?
But then
I know, but we've had this
saying that it's
discussion.
not.
I think I watched that show,
you
actually.
Put like top players in front of him, so like being 10th in the list in Brazilians, like you're gonna have.
But people say he's the best of all
Nah, but
time.
come on, man. Neymar's up there, man. Neymar's like top. Neymar's
obviously, I think he
arguably
is.
the best. Arguably. I'm not saying he is.
Name me.
It's definitely top three.
Name me.
It has to be top three.
Okay.
Not the best.
It has to be top
name
three.
me a Neymar moment.
He's not the best.
Name a
One
moment. Against
A big moment.
when they came back against PSG. He was the driving force
For Barcelona.
For Barcelona, yeah,
Okay.
he was the driving force for that one, bro.
So name me another one.
He's had many moments. He had many moments for Santos. Many moments for. I need to refresh my mind for Barcelona, but he did a
Name
lot.
me a
of
Pele moment. You can name him 10.
I
probably.
wasn't around them times to really name me a moment for Pele.
I'm just saying, like, you know, when I'm thinking about Brazilians, I think
Ronaldinho.
I also feel
Ronaldinho,
like how far do you go back,
Ronaldo.
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back all. We're talking about
obviously,
all
like,
time.
that-
What is it that you don't like about Neymar though? What are you trying to say that he wasn't a big time player? Or are you saying
he
like
was a great player,
2014 he was arguably the best player before he got injured in the tournament.
but he was a great player. Yeah, he was a great player, but I can't think of many moments where I think that was the day when I think, that I could name one for Ronaldo, I could name one for Pele, I can name one for Ronaldinho. I remember him tearing Chelsea to pieces. But I can also name days when he done it for Brazil.
I'm surprised you don't remember the massive remontada Barcelona when they came back against PSG.
I do remember it.
He literally got the
I do
assist
remember
for the
but
last goal.
I just don't, that was one in. I see these players do it many times.
So was Neymar, man. Neymar, there it is Neymar. That's why he left, innit? That's why he left Barcelona because he was in Messi's shadow, you know.
Maybe listen, I'm not saying my opinion's right, but I'm
No,
just saying,
you got a fair take. I'm just surprised. I've never heard anyone, not rate Neymar to that level.
It just wasn't, when you're talking about the greats, I don't think of Neymar as a great.
Wow.
Even in this period, it should be come to my memory, right? So you get Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar. I don't think of Neymar.
Who do you think after them?
Don't really know. Modric, Xavi, Iniesta. I think about players like that. David Villa.
Not Neymar.
Bruh,
Probably
not
not
Neymar.
above Neymar, but I'm just saying when I think about these periods, I never fit. My mind doesn't go to Neymar.
So you never. So you rated. If I say this, it will sound mad. BBC more than MSN. Bell, Benzema, Ronaldo over Suarez, Messi, and Neymar.
Yeah.
You rated the Real Madrid's front three more.
I think Bale was a better player.
Really?
Neymar.
That's just my opinion.
Obviously, it's good.
I hear it. I'm just surprised, bro. I'm astonished. in fact.
I can when I think about Bale, I can think about I'm talking about winning cups.
Yeah, but that's because that's. But the thing is though, how often were you watching Barca in the league? Like you were watching the
not as
Premier
much
League more
as I
often
could.
than you was Barcelona, right?
I liked Bale as a player better. I thought he had more impactful moments. He won cups for Real Madrid.
He had some massive moments running off the pitch and that, coming back on and that.
I think Neymar's one of them players that, like, because he was born in this era of Messi and Ronaldo,
He's just unlucky.
he's never gonna
Yes.
get the respect that he deserves. Like, that's just what I think. Obviously, he's been a bit injury plagued as well towards the latter stages of his career. But I think some of the things that boy used to do with a football, man, I think it was ridiculous.
Ridiculous, man.
Let's go. I mean, he is in the tournament, but let's say who's been your player of the tournament so far?
Oh, good question.
I can't look past Messi, man. I can't. Like, to do what he's doing, at that age, 39 years old, and be carrying like an Argentinian team who's not the greatest team, and to do it how he's doing it. I see some stat where it's crazy, like he only gets through like 6-7K a game, and like 60% of it is him walking. Which is ridiculous.
I've seen that firsthand as
which
well.
is which is ridiculous. And like to see the impact that he's still having. Like you look at the goal scoring charts. Mbappe's up there, Haaland's up there, Kane's up there, but Messi's still up there at 39 years old. I just
Playing in the MLS. Everyone said he was done.
Yeah, I don't know how you look past him. Like assists as well, not just goals, man. I think he's been top.
Liv?
For me.
I mean, I can't really argue with that. He's also just like still beautiful to watch.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? But I think he obviously he walks because he doesn't need
to waste energy.
Yeah.
This is a sign of a great,
Fact.
right? This is a sign of a great, right? Imagine being the best statistically, best to watch, best in every single thing that you've done, right?
Left-footed as well.
And you're only playing 40% of the game. The rest of it, you're walking. That's how good he is. I have often said, I said last year, I don't think he was the greatest of all time. But I've changed my mind. I thought Maradona was the greatest of all time. Right? And
I thought you said you didn't think he was one of the greatest.
No, I didn't think he was the greatest. I thought Maradona
okay.
was the greatest. I've totally changed my mind.
Change your mind, yeah?
Yeah, I've totally changed my mind. He is the greatest of all time.
He is. For me, this tournament, Messi's definitely a really solid argument. I hear it. And I was thinking Messi too, but I'll probably say Olise, you know.
I was going to say him. I want to big him up.
He's been fantastic.
Yeah, man. I would say Olise, man. I think I'm just looking at the fact that he's got 5 assists in his first World Cup already, and the highest that any player's ever got in the World Cup history is 8. right? Messi nearly beat it the other day, but they gave it as an own goal, so it would have been 9. And he's got 5. He's a few goal assists away from breaking that record in his first World Cup. It's mad. And for me, like, I know Mbappe's scoring the goals and that, but he's playing the way that he is because of Olise. Like, Olise is arguably their most important player right now. You take him out of that team, boy, I don't know if they're going to be creating the same level of chances and that. Well, factually, no, because he's got 5 assists.
When you think about the players that you always think about French players, you think about Zidane. You're talking about this boy come from Reading. Was he English born?
Yeah.
He used to play for Chelsea.
And he's
London,
playing,
yeah.
he's playing for one of the biggest, the biggest country at the moment in the
For
world.
England.
I know.
Yeah, he chose to play for France. Yeah, and the last time he went to the Olympics, innit? He went to the Olympics. So
With England?
big him up. No, with France.
With France, didn't he?
Yeah, he was in the Olympics with France. But I love Olise. I put my neck out on the line. Listen, I said years ago that he's better than Saka. You know, I was getting pelters left, right, and centre from certain people, right? But I stuck by my guns, man. I said, bro, this guy just needs to go to a better team with a bigger platform, because what I'm seeing him doing in the Premier League at Palace is mad. The chances, the creativity. You're playing in a team that's not even possession style. You're mainly defending, but you're still putting up all the numbers that you are.
And you've got to think who is outshining in that team.
Exactly.
You've got the Ballon d'Or winner, a Ballon d'Or winner, Mbappé, who is one of the greatest French players of all time, but highest goal scorer. I think he's nearly, and he's outshining all of them.
Yep.
That young kid from,
You know, it's even funny. Like when I went out for dinner a few months ago. Yeah, and,
Hammersmith he's from.
Yeah, Hammersmith. Yeah. So I was in Novikov, and then I turned around, didn't it? I'm like, yo, I swear that's Olise. It was late as well. So I've looked at him now. I'm like, yo. So when I was walking out, I was like, yo, Michael. I was like, yo, next time when you come back to England, you're coming back to Chelsea. Yeah, you just started laughing, innit? So I just left him alone. I didn't even ask him for any pictures or anything, because he was a bit mad. But he seemed a bit very humble. He's like, yeah, man, I'm just very quiet, very nonchalant.
chilled.
Yeah, you can tell, like,
I
the way
feel
he
like he
plays.
puts it on a little bit sometimes.
Maybe, yeah. He probably does.
I've seen one of the
Yeah,
DMs.
That
Did you ever see the DMs?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be sticking around with a little club like Reading for very long.
Yeah, Prem soon,
But-
yeah.
I like him, man. I think he's top. I agree with everything that you said. I think
Could he be a future Ballon d'Or winner?
100%. He could win it this time. He could win it this time.
I don't know, man.
If they win the World Cup, there's a solid argument, for Olise to win it.
How old is Elise now? 25?
I think he is.
He's 24, I think. I think he's 24. Shout out Palace, man, because they scouted him.
Be a Ballon d'Or winner. I don't know, man. That's a good question, man. I think he's got
24, yeah.
he's got a lot of good players in his age group. I think if he keeps on this trajectory, I don't think there's anything that could stop him, man.
Break down the competitors. It'll be probably Kane, Olise, Mbappe, Messi as well could win it. Dembele didn't have the greatest season, but maybe he would be there like a long shot. So you're probably looking at those 5 to be the potential winners. Yeah, the contenders.
I think it will fall down to whoever wins this competition, man. It's that,
But do you think that's right?
close?
Because it's an individual
I don't
award.
think so.
Why do you have to win
Yeah.
to be the best?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't think
agree.
it should be based on that. I think it should be based on what you've done the whole season.
Yeah, I
Not
agree.
just one
Individual
competition,
performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody did say earlier, and we will get into England in a second, why doesn't, if only England had an Mbappé in their side who can dig them out of a hole? We've got Harry
We
Kane,
do
right?
have one. No, not an Mbappe, but we have someone that
Harry
kind of
Kane.
shows up
Yeah.
in big moments. And yeah, that's
That's a ridiculous thing to say. Right? Same team, it is Mbappé, that's the star. Somebody says so Mbappé is the most. Messi's always been like that. He reads the game more than anyone and shows up when there's an opportunity. That's exactly it. I think that's why he's playing till 29 at that high level, because he can see that. You know, he can see them opportunities. Against Croatia, he was a driving force. I think he's talking about Neymar here. During the Olympics, he was the best player in that tournament. Solo goal against Croatia in the quarterfinals with Barca against PSG. 2015 Champions League final.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
He's had moments. I just need to remind myself of more of them.
We've got about 25 minutes left, so we'll start getting into the previews of what we're going to. Right, let's start with Brazil versus Norway. So that's first. Norway have been impressive, right? I've been really impressed with Norway. They ain't played the greatest, but when they need goals, they've got a man that scores them goals.
Yeah.
Could Brazil be in danger here?
I think if they don't sort out that midfield problem, I think that's a bit of a conundrum for them. Like getting the balance right. I think Paqueta, Casemiro,
Rubbish.
and
Rubbish.
Bruno, I think if you're gonna play against a lower league, a lesser opposition, like a smaller nation, you can afford to play with them three in there because you're gonna have all the ball. But if you're gonna play against Norway, who on transition can hurt you, you're gonna have to sort out that dynamic. And I think Paqueta is injured, so that might help them change that. I think you might see
Cunha come back
Cunha
in,
going back in the 10, and then maybe playing Endrick up top. That might be something that they look to do. But I think Norway, I don't think this game's going to be a shoo-in for Brazil. It's going to be a bit trickier, definitely a lot trickier than people may think it's going to be, man.
Have you been impressed with Brazil so far, Liv?
Considering some of those names in that team, I think before I was like, they're going to go far. But no, not really. I don't know if they found their cohesiveness enough as a team. I think Norway are a bit more organised and a bit more, organised.
Robust.
So, yeah. And I just think, some of those names, all the names you just listed off, you're thinking these are they should be doing...
100%.
They should,
They need Estevao. That's what they need, man. They're missing Estevao, Starboy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's what they need, man. They need him.
Estevao's a good player. I don't think he would carry the team though if he was.
I mean, when he just started to make his debut on that for Brazil. He's got a few goals already. They're even giving him penalties. You had Vini on the pitch, Rodrigo on the pitch, and they're giving it to Estevao. You know what I mean? So he's been a big miss for them.
I was really against Japan. I wasn't impressed with Brazil at all.
No,
I wasn't impressed with them at all. Off the ball, they were probably the worst I've seen.
Yeah,
like they could not do anything.
And Cas got that early yellow that game as well,
before
innit?
that, I think I said it on the show with you, Nick. I've been quite impressed with Brazil, how they've been playing as a team.
Organisation,
they've been organised. And then when I obviously see them against Japan, but obviously you have to pay respect to the opposition. I thought Japan made them look bang average. I thought they were shocking off the ball. But throughout this tournament, they've surprised me how they've played as a team. So you would think that was a blip, and they're going to be a little bit better as a team against Norway, because they're going to have to be if they're going to want to go through, man. I don't think this is a game where
Japan are no mugs either.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a tough game.
Yep. And Haaland's on good form at the minute. He's really clinical, man. He's been finishing a lot of his chances. So yeah, they need to be careful. They need to be careful of him, man.
So let's go through who's through so far. So we've got Paraguay versus France. So that France went through there. Canada versus Morocco. So it's going to be France versus Morocco. Portugal, Spain at 8 o'clock Monday, which is going to be a massive game. And they will play the winner of United States and Belgium. Belgium just squeezing through.
Not really.
So yeah, possible quarterfinal. So you got Brazil and Norway tonight. And then they will play the winner of Mexico, England. Argentina and Egypt, and Switzerland, Colombia. So, out of them teams, who's winning the World Cup? Right now, as you speak right now.
France.
Argentina.
Argentina.
You think Argentina going to win it?
I think they could, yeah. I actually don't think France, I don't think they're as good as what we expected them to be. If I'm honest.
Really?
I'm not mad at that. I think if France don't win it, Argentina win it. I think it will be Argentina.
No chance for England?
No.
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 I've been having this conversation with people.
No.
And I don't believe.
No chance from.
What makes you say you don't believe?
Yeah.
I just think even against, I think we were good against Croatia. Aside from that, we've been pretty messy at the back for starters, but across the board, pretty bang average.
I don't know what Thomas Tuchel wants England to be.
You don't know?
I don't think he knows.
I know.
I mean, in what type of football side do you want to be? If you're gonna be a side that want to dominate the ball, and that's you want to play possession based, you gotta be more creative in the final third. You have to have the right personnel on the pitch. And it looks like anytime England play against a team who's a little bit stubborn defensively, they don't have no answers creatively.
Well, let's go to England. England then. Let's go, because there was obviously a big hoo-ha about what time the kickoff was going to be. It stays as it is right now. I don't know what that is. There's obviously storms with 90% chances of thunder and lightning that could disrupt the game tonight. But the real reason, apparently, right? So I'm going to read this to you. FIFA's decision to try and reschedule the World Cup round of 16 game against Mexico was reportedly not due to the weather. England's match at the Azteca Stadium was originally planned to start at 6 p.m. local time, which is 1 a.m. Before last minute talks to move kickoff. Several outlets in Mexico reported on Friday night that the decision had been made, although FIFA remained silent. Then they changed it back. All right. Apparently, it's a security issue that they was trying to change it for, and they'd sort of told both managers, look, there's a security issue here. Now I don't know what the security issue is.
Yeah, as in
right?
It's to do with the army.
I
It's to do
don't
with the
know.
army.
What,
something
the
like that.
Mexican army?
Yeah, it's to do with like the army and that the logistics around it. There wasn't enough time to like change things with the army and all of that. So it's to do with, yeah, you're right. The security was to do with security.
There's a security issue, right? But apparently they said they was going to change these to this kickoff time. Both managers went absolutely ballistic.
When they said they're going to change it.
Yes, they went absolutely ballistic. They was furious. Now, we knew this was possible because we saw the Club World Cup last year, right, with all the storms and stuff.
Yeah.
Should they be? I mean, they can't just do it because it's people plan trips to go to these.
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
get in a few hours before kickoff. They
What-
plan to go straight to the stadium.
What are they playing at? I mean, we've already seen the USA not let Iran play in the country, right? They're just making this up as they go along, it seems like. I think this has got to be one of the worst organised World Cups ever.
Awful. Can I clarify? Sorry, there was a security issue that caused them to want to change the kickoff, or there was a security issue that made them change it back
Let's
to
have a
the
look.
original time.
An earlier kickoff was seen as a way to avoid fans drinking all day in the build-up to the match, which could add to the possibility of post-match troubles.
But why did they not think about this originally?
They didn't know it was England.
Like,
I think. So have we heard any complaints thus far about English fans? I haven't heard anything.
what I know.
I've seen a lot of praise,
Yeah.
to be quite honest with you. Do you think, I mean, the Mexican fans can be obviously volatile,
Facts.
you know, and they're as passionate as anyone when it comes to their football. And apparently there was some rowdiness when the England team rolled
Yeah, I
in.
heard that.
But do you think in these situations, if they've got that much of a issue, just ban alcohol?
Too much money though.
Yeah.
They're not gonna.
But they got beer sponsors. This is what I'm saying.
They
Like,
banned water.
It conflicts with it, right?
They banned water. You're not allowed to
they banned
take.
water.
Well, you're not allowed to take water in. Sorry,
the stadium.
you can obviously buy it there, but it's all a money making machine.
But this is the thing, right? So you're talking about the possibility of people getting drunk and fighting, and you're being sponsored by a beer company. So you can't ban alcohol. So you're trying to change kickoff times. This is what's the word? Corporations
Yeah.
running the game.
Well, they run the country.
money. Though.
But how do you deal with this sort of stuff? Like, you know, you can't just.
No, you can't.
Yeah, well, they might get drunk. We'll move the kick-off back. These are major tournaments that have had these set in stone for years. How can you do that? That's a farce.
The thing is, that's the risk, though, isn't it? You know, when you're hosting at these countries like America and Mexico and all these places, right, where the weather could be a big factor. Things like this could happen, you know. So that's why we need to. When's the World Cup coming to England next? Because we don't have no lightning things where it's like you're shutting things off. But this is the risk, innit? This is the risk.
I agree that, you know, you can't just stop a World Cup from being hosted in a country because there might be a thunderstorm.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you know, because I think the World Cup should be for the world. I would like it to see it go to different countries. And go around the world before it comes back to another country, right? So America had it in 94. We're 32 years on. There's never been a World Cup in, let's say, Paraguay. You know what I mean? Like, why not? You know what I mean? I know that they might not want it. They might not have the infrastructure, right? But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of countries that do bid for these that never get them.
Never get it. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you got a point. You got a point.
but you know, so I don't agree that it should be because there's a chance of weather storms and all that sort of thing. But that's not a weather. They're trying. That seems to me like they tried to cover it up with the threat of the weather. To stop something else from happening.
Yeah,
which is bloody corruption.
It goes.
to be honest.
There you go. Like no one wants to say the word really, but you have to look at the way Infantino has been conducting things, bringing up a random prize, a football peace prize, and you know, people being able to lift the trophy with the all these things are things that have not happened before. All of a sudden it's gone there and all these things are happening. You know, you've got to look, it starts at the top.
Where do you rank this World Cup in terms of the World Cups? I think this is the worst.
For me, the first World Cup I remember is 06, right, when Italy won it. So I'm putting this one up there, man, in terms of enjoyment. Like, I've really enjoyed this World Cup. I've enjoyed it more than Qatar. I've watched a lot of their games. I've enjoyed it more than Qatar. I didn't really like the 2010 World Cup. The Venezuela, what they called them? Yeah, them things were just so annoying.
Well,
like,
that ruined your whole experience.
it was. I hated them.
I quite enjoyed that.
I hate every game. That's all you can hear in the back. Yeah,
That
was horrible.
Annoying.
it was horrible. And England didn't perform in that World Cup either. Like, so we got
Yeah,
bumped. Lampard should have been a goal. I didn't really like the 2010 World Cup. 2014 World Cup Brazil. I liked.
Yeah.
I loved that
Brazil
one.
was banging.
Really good. 2018 Russia, not so much.
I loved Russia.
I didn't really.
Brilliant.
I thought it was all right. Who won that one? It was France, isn't it? Is it France? Yeah, France. And they beat Argentina, right? Did they beat Argentina? Croatia, yep. And then after that one was Qatar. Yeah, so I think this one's been up there, man. Out of the ones that I've watched, I think 2010's been my worst one.
I think things like this just make it a farce. The Iran thing really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Really pissed me off.
What about and
Yeah.
then the referee,
The
from
Somalian
Somalia?
referee.
Yeah, come on.
Not allowed in, and you know,
It's just
but the Iran
disgrace.
thing, and I remember looking at the note that they writ there, and I thought to myself, like, that's the way to deal with conflict. To tell a team that has got nothing to do with the conflict in the two countries, right? You come in a country one day before you play, and then as soon as you finish,
Not
you
okay.
get out. Right? How
That
is
is
that?
corruption.
How is that? And they are very lucky, FIFA, right, that this situation didn't occur, right? Because Iran, if they're the top of their group, they would have faced the USA in this round, right? And they are very, very lucky. Very, very lucky that didn't happen. Because this is the thing. I don't think it's the country's fault. Because the country will do what they've got to do, what they think is right. But it's FIFA's fault. Because if you cannot have the same rules for everybody in the tournament, then you can't have it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if
The thing is, though, you're always gonna have like votes, like with all the countries right up there. So those little countries like Iran and that, they're not gonna get favoured when it comes to the majority, because the majority haven't got a problem with visas and things like this.
It shouldn't matter whether it was France, Argentina,
I agree.
or Cape Verde, or you know.
I agree,
Brazil.
but what I'm saying is they've obviously got like a structure where they sit there and they come to an agreement. So they're not gonna be in favor. They're not gonna get what's the word I'm looking for? They're not gonna get the advantage over the other teams who are bigger. You know, the European teams and the teams that haven't got problems with like wars and things like this. You know what I mean? So
But this is America.
It's a big disadvantage. I hear it and I agree with what you're saying, but unfortunately, this is just. I guess it's life, isn't it?
The world.
It's their job.
yeah.
It's FIFA's job, though. They're the governing body to implement fairness across the board.
Across the board, yeah. I
Yeah.
agree, Liv.
They're actually, first of all, not doing anything, letting it just. Well, they're
Well,
turning a blind eye
Well,
or aiding it.
The problem, I agree, because the problem is at first the president said, "I
They're
don't want them
not
here.
coming at all,
They're not
yeah.
coming here." Now that's a tournament that is organised not by the country but by governing.
He's so
body.
unfiltered. He's
Not
so
up to
unfiltered.
him.
Yeah.
It's not up to
It's-
him, and
yeah.
FIFA should put their foot down because it's not up to him.
But why didn't FIFA then turn around and say, "Well, if you're not having one of our people have the same advantages as everybody else, then you don't have the tournament."
Too much
They're in
money.
bed together.
Too much money. Exactly.
We'll take
exactly.
it from New York and we'll put it in Mexico and Canada. We'll play all the
I think
games
it just
there.
comes back
the
down
money.
to innit?
Literally.
But how
They're
can?
best friends.
Yeah, yeah.
They're best buddies. What do
Yeah.
you expect?
Exactly.
It's a shame, but what do you expect?
I really felt for that Somali ref, man.
That was
honestly,
horrible.
like,
That was
that was,
insane.
you know,
It's just
that would have been life changing for him. I mean, he said bad press is still, you know, he's still got.
Didn't he
He's
get
been
the-
able. He's
he
been getting
was,
like I'm seeing people taking pictures of him. Some Somali women are taking pictures of him and that.
Like, put him in charge of. I think it's the what is it?
something.
The Super Cup.
Super Cup. Or
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But still.
It's a bit of a token gesture, isn't
as
it?
a softener.
It's a bit of a token. Yeah.
Right. 10 minutes left. Let's get into this England game and let's preview this. England versus Mexico at the Azteca. Let me give you a stat. Mexico have lost there twice. Ever.
in 89 games.
Ever.
It's dark.
Competitive.
It's dark. It's actually dark for
Only
us.
2.
So how do we see this one going?
They're also more accustomed to, I think,
The altitude.
The altitude. I saw.
They've been there for a while, haven't they? So,
Yeah, I saw. What's that pod that Paul Scholes does with? No, just the two of them. Anyway, I saw he was saying something about him playing in high altitude, and they genuinely couldn't breathe. But he also said something about 48 hours is obviously not enough to get acclimatized. But he said the better thing to do would fly straight in just before and go straight on the pitch.
Straight, yeah.
Apparently that's better, but I think we'll struggle with it. Have you heard about this Viagra business?
Viagra.
Yeah. They're being no, guys, I'm not. Listen. They're being told.
This is a very different show, Liv.
No, guys.
I don't know what you do in a day, but this is a very, very
Guys,
different
they've
show.
been told they're allowed to take it because it
helps the blood flow.
them.
Yeah.
So they're allowed to take it before the match.
I don't want to be watching this tonight.
So England players are
Hide your
taking
missus,
Viagra
that's
from,
all
from
I'm
pre-match.
saying.
What's going on there?
Have you guys not seen that?
Liv, it's I don't know how a man
Is that
can even
true?
play.
Yes.
Crazy.
I know someone over there playing. I'm gonna ask.
But wait, you're saying it increases
How can
blood
you even
flow,
play?
but you can't choose where the blood goes, like when you're taking that pill.
Goes
Yeah.
everywhere, isn't it? Some places more noticeable than others.
I thought a blood thinner might have been more.
I don't know the science around it.
Through quicker, right?
I don't know.
Boy,
I don't know
I think
science.
it's the high altitude, so lack of oxygen in your blood. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need a.
It's low blood pressure. It's the low blood pressure.
I'm just trying to think of how you can play whilst it's mad. It's like, you can't play like that. I don't know.
It's imagine.
It's a bit mad, isn't it?
England are already too stiff as it.
Nice, man. That is
That was
nice.
good. That was good.
They don't need no
Listen,
Viagra, I swear to
if it helps us play better, yeah, I'm up for that. But I don't want to. I'm not going to be looking below the waist. I'm just going to say that. And there might be a few close corners, getting a bit,
But I think it's gonna be a hard game, man. Game. That's crazy. But
Me, I think we go out tonight.
I
Go out.
completely agree.
I think we go out
On
tonight.
penalties or normal time?
Out.
normal time.
Oh, it's just normal time.
Not even extra
Mexico haven't
time.
even conceded a goal yet, have they?
Nope.
Nope.
It all depends. It all depends on how he sets us up, man. I think what you were saying earlier, like Tuchel doesn't know how he wants to play. I was saying this yesterday, right?
You have to choose.
We ignore the midfield. Everything is always around the pitch, right? And again, there was Ella was sitting there, Arsenal fan. She said it before I said it. She said it feels like I'm watching Arsenal.
Oh my God, I was thinking the exact same.
I was on the same
had the
field.
same
I
I
sentiment.
promise you,
What,
it's
watching
like
England?
yes.
Yes.
I
We
felt
don't go through the
We
midfield.
just use the wings. We do
we
not
just-
use the middle
I
channel.
felt it was more like watching West Ham, sideways, backwards.
Yeah, but that's kind of Arsenal. Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
It's like
Arsenal
you know what the
thing as
problem
well.
is for me. Yeah, like again, I said this yesterday. Yeah, Rice should be in the midfield. I get it, but right now I'd rather play him at right back instead of Spence because Reece ain't fit. And Rice
But then
is not
you lose
fit
the
himself.
midfield.
No,
Rice is not
but it
fit.
depends who you put
I know-
there,
I know
though.
what you're saying.
Anderson and Jude in the pivot with Rodgers or an Eze, an attacking midfielder. Because I was saying yesterday, England's best players in this squad that he's picked are the attackers or the attacking minded players, not the defense. It's not the Gahey's. It's not the Consters, right? It's not the who's that left back that he's got right now? Who did he pick? He didn't even pick Hall. Man's got.
I picked,
who's got left back?
Man City.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly.
Yeah.
O'Reilly.
If you look at
good.
England's strength, no, he's good. But I'm saying if you look at the strongest areas of the pitch, it's our attack
players.
and their attacking minded players. But Tuchel's not setting up the team in a way to allow the attackers to thrive. You know what I mean? It's like Jude in between the lines is waiting for the ball. The ball's not coming to him. He's not when he does get on the ball. He's not as nippy as the Rodgers or the Ezes in between the little pockets. You look at Olise. Jude don't play like Olise. But we've got players that do play similar to Olise that aren't playing in that position.
I don't think you need to play Rice and Anderson.
And that's my point.
That's
why I said Rice right back.
That's
think
the
in
start.
certain games you
Yeah,
do.
I think certain games like that calls for that. Yeah.
Who'd you
But I
rather, Henderson? Joking.
Anderson and Jude and Rice right back. For now.
Obviously, Jed Spence is injured, isn't it? I don't know if I like.
Even if he was fit, I'll start Rice
I don't-
there.
I don't
Come
like-
on,
I don't
and
know
we've
if I-
got to
I like
hold
Declan Rice
Tuchel
at-
to some
I
account.
think
We do.
I think having him in the midfield, obviously, I think he's athletically in transition against teams. You're not really going to get caught in a transition. I think Elliot Anderson, as much as I like him as a good player, I think when he comes up against athletic players, he may struggle a little bit. In that sense, that's why I would play Rice in the midfield. But then I think, like what you're saying, I think, do you need two pivots all the time?
That's the thing,
Like,
man.
You can play with Rice
I
by
agree.
himself,
But
but you can play with Jude and maybe a Morgan Rodgers and an Eze or whoever you feel like.
I think Eze should be playing the 10.
Yeah.
Eze or Rodgers, one of them. And the thing is, like, people say this all the time. Oh yeah, on the transition, it's gonna be peak for us, right? But end of the day, that's where you've got to like put a bit of trust in Gahey, put a bit of trust in Ezri, like 1v1, because 1v1 they're not bad. Like Gahey knows how to stop fires, and so does Ezri. So you have to. It don't matter what system you play in football, there's always going to be holes in that system. So the holes in the system where you're playing more attacking by the players is on the transition, you're more prone to mistakes or prone to space. But if you're outscoring the team, what does it matter? Because even if Rice doesn't start, for example, Anderson doesn't start, you bring them off the bench when you've got the lead. If you're winning 2-0 now, you bring on Anderson with Rice.
We're not positive enough.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's my problem.
We
That's my
don't
problem.
approach games positive. We're not creative enough either.
We're not risky.
Like, if you look at that game the other day against Congo, right, you can't keep on relying. I know, and he's getting on a bit now. He's 33, and a 33-year-old striker to bail you out of trouble.
You know,
Even the Euros, we got to the Euros, played horrible football, and we literally got there from moments. If you go look at England's creativity, it was one of the worst in that tournament, but we got to the final because of moments.
you know what I think the biggest issue is? I think you've got too many players that play with the ball at their feet. You've got Kane wants the ball to feet. You've got Bellingham wants the ball to feet. Obviously, the midfielders, you've got Eze wants the ball with their feet. Like, we don't have people who want to run without the ball.
Yeah, Gordon's a runner.
Of course.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, you have, when Harry Kane does drop in, I've only seen Jude do it, really. And that's not his, like, strength, innit?
Yeah.
Like, you've only got him who's running beyond him. That's why, like, we don't really have a lot of bodies that score goals or, like, that are scoring goals. It's just Jude and Kane, that's it.
Yeah.
They're the only two that have really been scoring. Like, Saka doesn't run without the ball. Madueke doesn't run without the ball. Rashford doesn't really run without the ball.
Madueke said he thrives in space, and Saka's the one that thrives in chaos.
Madueke has not been very good this tournament,
I
but I think he's been the best of the wingers.
He
And that's crazy.
deceives because he can carry the ball all the way to the byline, and he will be.
He can carry it into the stand. That's
He
where
will
I
beat
normally
his
see
man,
him.
but after that, what are we doing?
True.
He runs the ball off the pitch.
No, but come
So
on,
many
everything,
times.
all that effort is brilliant. It's great, but if we're not at the end, if the final pass is
End product.
what's the point of all of that?
Yeah,
But he has
true.
been, I think he's been the most positive. He
Madueke.
tried at least.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
positive, definitely.
I haven't been impressed with Gordon and last
the
game,
bench, off the
I thought
bench,
he was
yeah,
off
yeah.
the bench. He was better. I haven't been impressed with Rashford. I haven't been impressed with Saka. Saka's not fit. So, you know, and then you got Cole Palmer and
Morgan Gibbs White's at home.
Gibbs White at home.
Foden's
mad.
Foden, Trent.
Foden, I'll be
This
real.
is what I
Foden,
mean.
I don't even right now. I rate him. I don't for England. Let's not talk about him because he's had many opportunities. He's starting many positions. Yeah, but Gibbs White and Palmer, one of them should have been
But
there.
I think even Trent would have given him.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Give him help because he's a better deliverer of the ball. It gives him someone that he can that can take that pressure off Madueke.
Even
Exactly.
Lewis Hall as well, going
Lewis
forward.
Hall, yep.
The right back situation. Sorry, Tuchel has to be held to account for this because you can't. You got Reece James obviously, and then he's obviously going to get injured,
Yeah,
and then you're Livramento injured, and then you're replacing him
Chalobah.
with a Chalobah. And apparently the excuse is that they didn't know where Trent was and didn't know if he could get there in time. Did you think of calling him and asking him where he was?
I've heard there's a very different
I would've told
reason
him
why
I
he
Well,
hasn't been
well,
picked.
I was
then-
Trent,
I've
isn't
heard
it-
there's
isn't
a
it-
very
isn't it
different
Tuchel?
reason.
What have you heard?
With his ex or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he's with his
Tuchel's what?
missus.
He's with his ex-missus or something.
Yeah,
With Trent's missus.
yeah, that's why they.
Ain't she like
that's what
she's
I've
like
heard.
way younger than Tuchel though, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's
He's a baller, isn't he?
Tuchel. He's that guy.
Fairs.
But yeah, so yeah, there we go. Let's do some predictions then. Let's go with the Brazil one first. What do you predict that?
Brazil, Norway today.
Norway.
I'll probably say that's gonna go to extra time. You know, there's been a lot of games going extra time, and I'll give it Brazil. Yeah, Brazil.
Score?
Score. 2-1.
2-1 Brazil.
Same, 2-1 Brazil.
I was going to say 2-1 Brazil.
I was going to say 2-1 extra time. Norway second goal.
2-1.
What you say, Norway?
Norway.
Yeah,
You're going
I'm saying Norway.
Okay, all right. Okay. I can well see that happening.
I'm not mad at that.
And the big one, England versus Mexico. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
2-0 Mexico.
2-0 Mexico. Wait.
I say 1-0 Mexico.
I say 1-1. Losing penalties.
I literally said the same. I think I said England to win penalties yesterday, but I'm changing that now. I think we're going to lose on penalties. Yeah, 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So everyone's got England going out, right?
Yeah.
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 We'll see. Anyway, thank you so
Sorry.
much for checking us out on today's edition of World Cup Roundup on DR Sports. Go and check all the guys that are out in America right now, so they've got lots of content coming over to you. So go and check all of that out, everything, and we'll be back tomorrow with the same show again. Is there any streams tonight? Obviously the England one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So check out the stream tonight for the England stream. But thank you very much, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Peace.
Tottenham have won a game, Flex.
I
It's
can't
unbelievable,
believe it.
isn't
I can't believe it.
So
Ted
good.
Spence is posting penitentiary pictures once
Mario
again.
clean sheet as well.
Solanke with a hat trick.
What a day. Join Rocket Mobile and get exclusive access to monthly Q&As and reward drops straight from the DR Sports crew. This one is for the real fans.